Hello everyone, it's me. Anywho, today I'll be talking about minors and cofactors, but before we start, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Hanifi Chebet Norfrosya. I'm currently studying in Sekolah Tinggi Teknologi Adi Sucipto, which is located in Yogyakarta, Indonesia. I'm in my third semester right now, and I'm doing aerospace engineering. So let's just head into what's in our agenda today. So what I'll be talking about is of course what a minor is, how to get a cofactor, and we'll do an example together. And by the time we're done with this video, I hope you guys actually got something and actually got what a minor, how to get a minor and a cofactor in matrix. Let's start. What's a minor in matrix? You can see here, minor is part of a determinant which has properties such as a determinant. Minor occurs because of the crossing out of one of the rows and columns. Given the following notations and meaning, minor AB is the minor that is obtained due to scratching on row A and column B. Okay, you might get an idea, but for those of you who don't get it, I have a live example here. We can do it together. You can see there's a matrix of 604, 827, and 028. So if I'm gonna ask you guys, what is the minor of 23? Remember, minor AB, you scratch row A and column B. So if I ask you minor 23, it means you need to scratch row 2 and column 3, which will get 6002. Exactly. But searching for minor doesn't stop there. You need to multiply 6 by 2 and you subtract it by 0 times 0, which you'll get 12 minus 0, which is 12. So the final answer of minor 23, it's going to be 12. Let's try another example. What if I'm asking for minor 31? So remember, minor AB, you scratch row A and column B. So minor 31, scratch row 3 and then column 1, which will get 0427. Now, remember, you don't stop there. To get minor, you need to cross multiply it and subtract it, which in this case is going to be 0 times 7. You subtract it by 2 times 4, which will get 0 minus 8, and the answer is negative 8. That's how easy it is to get a minor. Next up, we're going to talk about cofactors. So the cofactor is a determinant of the part that is obtained due to the scratching of one of the rows and columns followed by a positive or negative sign. In this case, in general, the notation for cofactors is as follows. Cofactor AB is equals to minus 1 to the power of A plus B multiplied by the minor of AB. Now, we need to remember from before, the minor of 23 was 12, and the minor of 31 was minus 8. So in this case, if we want to find the cofactors, all we had to do is substitute it. So in the case of cofactor 23, you're gonna substitute minus 1 to the power of 2 plus 3, multiply it by the minor of 23, which is 12. So minus 1 to the power of 5 is negative 1. You multiply it by 12, you get negative 12. And for cofactor 31, it's going to be minus 1 to the power of 3 plus 1, and you multiply it by the minor 31, which in this case is minus 8. You get minus 1 to the power of 4, it's 1, multiply it by negative 8, so you'll get a negative 8, of course. Yeah, cofactor is like that. It's easy. Right now you're feeling it. Now let's just do an example together, and I hope when we're doing this example at least you got an idea on how to do it. So there is a matrix of 1, 0, 2, minus 3, 4, minus 1, 2, 3, 5. Okay, let's try to do it together, yeah? I've put the matrix here if you want to try to do it. So the first step that you need to do is find the minors. Let's try to do it together. Let's find the minor of 11. Remember, row A, column B. So if you get minor 11, it means you need to scratch row 1 and then column 1, which will get 4 minus 1, 3, 5. And it doesn't stop there. You need to cross multiply it and you subtract it. which in this case is going to be 4 multiplied by 5, and you subtract it by 3 multiplied by minus 1, which is going to be 20, and then minus 3, which is going to be 23. Now let's do again for M12. Minus 12, remember, scratch the row first and then the column of the second column, which you'll get minus 3 minus 1, 2, 5. Cross, multiply it and subtract it. Minus 3 multiplied by 5, you subtract it by minus 1 multiplied by 2, which you can see here it's going to be minus 13. Now let's go to minus 13. You can see here, scratch the row and then scratch the column. First row, third column, which will get minus 3, 4, 2, 3. Cross multiply it and then subtract it. Minus 9, minus 8, minus 17. Now let's go to minus 21. In this case, we're going to scratch out row 2 and then column 1, which will get 0, 2, 3, 5. 0 multiplied by 5 is 0. Subtract it by 2 multiplied by 3, minus 6. Let's go to minus 22. This is going to be the last example because we still have a long way to go. For minus 22, scratch out row 2 and then finally column 2, which will get 1, 2, 2, 5. 1 multiplied by 5 minus 2 multiplied by 2, which you'll get 5 minus 4, which is 1. Continuously, minus 26. Sorry, minus 23. So you scratch up row 2 and then column 3. 1, 0, 2, 3. If you cross multiply it and subtract it, you'll get 3. The same goes for the other minus. Next up, we're going to find cofactors. Remember the equation of CAB is equals to minus 1 to the power of AB multiplied by AM minus AB. So C11, it's going to be minus 1 to the power of 1 plus 1 multiplied the minus of 11, which you have 23 here, and minus 1 squared is 1 multiplied by 23 is 23. Same goes for cofactor 12. All you have to do is just substitute it. So long as you got the minus, all you have to do is substitute it. Now I'm gonna tell you guys, there is a mini tip on how to get the cofactors. If you notice that some of the cofactors have the same answer as the minor, it's because the only thing that differentiates them is the difference of the sign. It's either a positive or a negative. There is a fast way to know which sign to use in, like in this case, minus 11 is equals to plus cofactor 11. Yeah, you can see minus 11, 23, positive C11, which you're going to get positive 23. Now if it's minus 12, it's going to be a negative. You see here it's a negative, so a negative multiplied by a negative, it's going to be a positive. And you see here minus 13 is positive 13. You can see here it's minus 17. Minus 17 multiplied by a positive, it's going to stay minus 17, and it goes on like that. Well, we've actually reached at the end. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comment section. I'll try to reply and explain it to you in a better way. If you have like questions, you can try doing it more, try understanding it some more. And that has been from me. This has been my video. We're done for the day. See you next time.